Alright guys, Wolves have just beaten Everton by 2 goals to 1, and Wolves were absolutely brilliant today. I thought Everton, to be fair, the second half they played quite well. First half, awful. Um, yeah, I want to talk about Wolves though first. I haven't watched them much this season, but tonight they were amazing. A few of the standout players were Raul Jimenez, Wang Hee-chan or Hee-chan Wang, not sure which way round you say it. Same with Heung-min Son. Do you say Heung-min Son or Son Heung-min? Um, I think it goes either way, doesn't it? And yeah, they played really well tonight, Wolves. As I said, those two were two of the standout players. They got forward really well. They firstly they had a goal disallowed from Hee Chan Huang. It was a really good run by Raul Jimenez. I thought from what I've seen of him this season, he didn't look the player he was since before the head injury. But tonight he was outstanding, man of the match for me. And Raul Jimenez went on a run, took it past two or three Everton players, played it through to Wang Yi-chan, and he hit it with his left foot, came off the post and went in, but he was marginally offside, which was correctly given by VAR. But Wolves just kept going and got a corner, and Everton players were too busy arguing and not picking up their men, and Max Kilman managed to win the header and make it 1-0. This time it actually counted. And about 5 minutes later after that, Ben Godfrey played a pass which, if Kevin De Bruyne had done that and it was like an attacking pass to Raul Jimenez, that is quite a good assist. He's managed to play it, so it's perfectly in between Mason Holgate and Jordan Pickford, so Raul Jimenez can take a touch and just chip it over Pickford. It was a really good finish by Jimenez, though. Poor from the Everton defence, Godfrey in particular that time. And yeah, that it just summed up Everton's half. Really, they were really poor first half. Jean-Philippe Gbamin made his first Everton appearance in the league for something like first Everton start in the league for like 2 years. He cost £25 million and he's only been able to play for Everton 5 times. Due to that many injuries he's had, he missed the whole of his first season pretty much through like a thigh injury and had surgery on it, and something went wrong. And then he had an Achilles problem, and something else last season kept him out for the rest of last season as well. But he really wasn't up to the pace today, and he got pulled off at half time. And Fabian Delph came on for him, and Delph, I thought, played really well for Everton in the second half. Everton were probably just the better side in the second half, but it wasn't as convincing as Wolves in the first half, which, I mean, the result reflected that. To be fair, it was a fair result. I thought Wolves probably deserved the win today. But Everton didn't take their chances when they did come to them. Jose Sarr in goal for Wolves had a bit of a dodgy moment where Richarlison closed him down and managed to get a touch on the ball, but Connor Cody managed to sort of bail Sarr out of it, and he managed to reclaim the ball. But Everton did get a goal through Alex Iwobi. Everton were putting quite a lot of pressure on at that time, and Iwobi, it was a decent finish, to be fair. And that made it 2-1 to Wolves. And from then on, Everton didn't properly go for it like I thought they would. In the last 10 minutes, like the Wolves were never really put under as much pressure as they were about 15 minutes into the second half. I just And also Damari Gray, whenever an opportunity did come his way, he didn't take them tonight. Um, I also think that Everton's like the formation that Benitez has them playing, it's a bit too rigid, if that makes sense. Like Wolves, they had Ryan Aït-Nouri and Nelson Semedo going forward on either side of on either flank, which basically meant Max Kilman and Roman Saiz spread out a bit, and that meant Matinho and Ruben Neves dropped him back a bit to support Connor Cody, and obviously Hwang Hee-chan and Trincao were just there to cause problems. Same with Raul Jimenez, so there's a lot more fluidity in the Wolves' system. Whereas with Everton, it felt a bit rigid because you've got a back four and the two fullbacks. Seamus Coleman, he's getting old now. He's not got the legs he used to have. And Ben Godfrey isn't a fullback, full stop. Really, he can play there, but he's more of a centre back or a sitting midfielder, and he's just not as good there. And they've also got two sitting midfielders. I'm not personally a fan of two sitting midfielders. I think, like especially when you've got a back four, I just don't think it works as much, especially when you've got a team that when you come up against a team that does play good football, I just don't think it's as good. Or it doesn't work as well as playing one sitting midfielder and then two central midfielders that work hard. But Wolves were the better side today, and they won 2-1. That's pretty much the end of the story, really. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.